Points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Play fake to Johnson. Now here's Griffin. He's going to float this one deep right side. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it'll be 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Griffin. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Pryor has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense. Still 1st down.
So a 1st down and 5 for the offense. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Johnson on the counter. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, Griffin. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Here's Griffin to throw. And it's caught by Hawkins. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andrew Hawkins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a score closer. And for Robert Griffin III, the first passing touchdown in a Browns uniform. Charles, so good to see him back out there, isn't it?
And do you think that maybe it was almost like a cleansing touchdown for him?
Oh, yeah.
To try, this is a brand new start in Cleveland. Now he has an opportunity to go back to being who he was as a great player coming out of Baylor, his rookie year in Washington. Can he recapture that magic? That first touchdown, that eases the way.
And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Wentz now on first down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. To go here on second down. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a 20th carry for Ryan Matthews. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw, it's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Here we go. Green, 39.
The tight end changing his position. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
A handoff left. It's Ryan Matthews. Stays on his feet. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, 26 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after now from Sturgis. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. On first down, Griffin. He's got time in the pocket. Gets it to Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Seven yards to go on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Griffin on second down. Finding time. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
On 3rd down, Griffin. Screen play, Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Sproles, the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Eagles take possession. Ryan Matthews now gets set and ready to go again here on offense. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Shreds the tackle. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down.
Let's go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. The play clock's running down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Wentz will keep it. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned, and they wind up picking up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
3 down. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Let's go.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4.